Welcome to Seeing Dead People, the mystery storytelling podcast with a clairvoyant twist. We end every episode with Darcy answering a question from a listener about her psychic process. Whatever is going on in her head, I think it's so cool and astonishing. So now we're just going to go, Darcy, to our listener's question before I let you go. How goes the knitting, by the way?
Well, I put it to the side. I did a few rows, so we're good.
Okay, good. Okay, this question is from a gal named Ruth, and it's a similar question we had in the past, question 13, where we talked about if you're haunted by any spirits. And you mentioned that there was a Civil War guy that haunted you. But Ruth was thinking that given the experience that you have had and the spirits you've encountered, there must be more ghosts or events that plague you. So she wanted to know if there are.
Yes and no. So I actually do meditations and I do certain exercises before and after I do readings to make sure the energy moves out and away from me.
Okay.
But having said that, was it Saturday? I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. I got up in the morning, did my usual breathing exercises, little meditation, everything else that I do before I get ready for a reading. And all of a sudden I heard Michael talking to me. Okay. And I went, well, who do you belong to? And he never really got to the point of who he belonged to. So every time I did a reading, I had to ask people, do you know a Michael? Preferably dead. Okay. By the time I got to my last reading, I'm talking about her brother, who I said, I've got your brother here. He's passed. And I went, oh my God. I said, his name's not Michael, right? And she went, yes. And I went, oh my God, he's been plaguing me all day. Like he nagged me about cooking, trying to tell me how to cook bread, everything. And it's like, really? And I told her the whole story and she said, yeah, that's him.
So he was somehow in tune with the fact that you were going to be talking to his sister later on in the day.
But it would have helped if he had given me her name. Mind you, I didn't ask. But all day long, like he was here and I just like, come on, who owns this guy? Because I have a dead Michael. So I thought maybe it was my Michael, but it wasn't my Michael. It turned out to be my client's Michael. So after he talked to her, he was gone.
Wow. So that he wanted to do that.
He really needed to make that contact with her. And then on top of it, it was just the fact that, that's the first time I've ever had anyone plague me all day while I'm doing readings.
Wow. And so he's plaguing you doing readings for other people.
Yes.
So he's interfering. It must have been difficult to do the readings to try to focus on something other than Michael.
No, after I asked them and if they said they didn't know Michael, I could shut him out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I'm able to tune him out while I'm doing readings. But as soon as I was done, he was back at it. So, yeah, there are days that they're there. But once they get their information to whoever they want to share it with, they're gone.
Okay. So
I'm okay.
I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Well, thanks. That's really good to know. And I'm glad that you can tune people out. We talked about this before, how valuable and important that is for your safety, that you can tune people out. My God.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, great. Thanks, Darcy. We hope you've enjoyed listening to Seeing Dead People. Whatever's going on in Darcy's head, I think is so cool and astonishing. We'd love to hear from you with questions for Darcy about her psychic process or suggestions for other mystifying situations you would like us to investigate. So please, shoot us an email to info@radiosidney.ca with Seeing Dead People in the subject line. New episodes of Seeing Dead People will emerge on the first Saturday of every month and will also be available every Saturday night at 8 p.m. and Sunday morning at 10 a.m., both Pacific Standard Time. Seeing Dead People will also be available as a downloadable podcast online at radiosidney.ca for your convenience. Cool news! Seeing Dead People is now a podcast on YouTube. Just search for Nicola Furlong Mysteries, and you will find 3 podcasts of videos dedicated to Seeing Dead People. One for our actual complete episodes, another for Darcy's fascinating answers to our listeners' questions about her psychic process, and a third with teasers highlighting each episode. Thanks so much for listening to Seeing Dead People. I really dig researching, writing, and communicating with Darcy and her otherworldly contacts. So until the next time, remember, Seeing Dead People is a blast with Goosebumps Guaranteed.
This has been a program of Radio Sydney.